Okay, so once again for trigonometry, this chapter trigonometry, we're going to learn triangles. We're going to learn how to solve those triangles, finding angles, finding the side length of those triangles, and we're going to look at angles as well. For angles, we are going to focus on angles that go from 0 to 180. Those are the angles that you're going to see in a triangle. And then we will extend the idea all the way to 360 degrees. So how do those angles, how do you see, when do you use it and how do you apply those angles with a triangle? So when we are talking about angles, in the past when you're talking about angles, you probably will think about a line. Well, that will be a straight angle going from 0 to 180. That will be a straight angle. But most of the time, you are going to see angles that go this way, and here is your angle. Or sometimes you will see your angle going the other way, or sometimes your angle may go that way. Now, we are going to make everything so systematic that your angle will always start from the same point, and you are going to mark the end of your angle using a line. Okay, so here in grade 11, we are going to measure our angle on a plane like this, the XY plane. You're going to look at your angle this way, and you will always measure your angle starting from the positive x-axis. So you are going to consider that as 0 degree. And as you turn your angle, here it could be an angle, or sometimes if you want to look at an angle that is bigger, you may have your angle go all the way to this. And in this case, we are going to see an angle that will go beyond 90 degrees. When we have an angle that is less than 90 degrees, like the one that you see here, in this quadrant, quadrant number 1, if you have an angle less than 90 degrees, we call it an acute angle. But if this angle goes beyond 90 degrees, we call it an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle will have your angle go all the way to the second quadrant. It will stop somewhere. And you are going to use a line to mark the end of your angle. Like the angle here will stop at this point in quadrant number 1. Or you have an angle here that stops at this point in quadrant number 2. We call this line the terminal arm. So you're going to start your measurement from the positive x-axis, or technically we call it the initial arm. This is the line that you're going to start with, and you are going to turn your angle to a point that you want to measure, and we call this the terminal arm. You have your angle may go beyond 180 degrees. I may have an angle that measures from 0 degree all the way to the third quadrant, and that means this angle will be bigger than 180 degrees. But if this terminal arm stops in this quadrant, you will see your angle less than 270. Or it may go all the way to the fourth quadrant. If it goes all the way to the fourth quadrant, you will have your angle beyond 270 but less than 360. So all the way to the end, when you have a complete turn, this angle will now give us 360 degrees. When you want to measure your angle may stop anywhere in quadrant number 1, quadrant number 2, 3, or 4. And in grade 11, we're going to look at angles in these 4 quadrants. In grade 12, you're going to go beyond that, look at angles that go beyond 360, or you may have angles that go in an opposite direction, having negative angles at the end. Okay? You're going to see how it will happen, but it probably has nothing to do with triangles anymore. Okay? Questions?
If it's called a cube in quadrant 1 and obtuse in quadrant 2, what's it called in 3 and 4?
Reflex. If your angle goes beyond 180 degrees, those angles are called reflex angle.